of Wissahickon.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Norristown High School. We have a great one for you tonight. 13-3 Norristown Lady Eagles will be facing the 13-4 Wissahickon Trojans. My name is Greg Fry. We bring you Thursday evening basketball here from Norristown High School. And like I said, this is a good one. A must-win for the Lady Eagles as they're trying to make a run at that Suburban 1 American title. And with a victory tonight, that would put them in a position to try and defeat the ladies from Cheltenham, and that game will be coming at you next Tuesday from Norristown High School. Starting lineups will just announced for Wissahickon, now being announced for Norristown. Number 4, Sasha Sims.
Number 20, Melinda Fife.
Number 20 is Melinda Fife. Sims is a sophomore.
Danielle Marshall.
Fife is a senior. Danielle Marshall now, number 22.
Number 23,
she is a sophomore.
33, I'm sorry.
Number 33 is Leanne Moore. She's a junior.
And number 34, Tamisha Johnson.
And Tamisha Johnson, the 6-foot freshman in the middle. She wears number 34. The 5 for Wissahickon tonight will be number 20, Ann Patterson, number 22, Ashley Harrison, number 25, Kristen Thompson, number 30, Catherine Snell, and number 33, Jessica Davis. So we welcome you to the show that is more exciting than Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the show that has more action than 21, and the show that is just much, much better than that Winning Lines program that Dick Clark puts on. As we'll be ready to tap right here. This is a cross-division battle. Wissahickon on top of their half of the Suburban 1 American League, with a little bit of help from the Lady Eagles, who defeated Upper Moreland 3 days ago, which put the Trojans up top. So now Snell and Johnson will go up the tap. Into the hands of Melinda Fife. Fife pull-up jumper, and it's good. Melinda Fife, good attack off of the whistle. And the first two of the game within 8 seconds. And now Norristown goes into a press early on in this game. Handling the ball is number 20, Ann Patterson, and she gets by Sims. Patterson. She'll feed to Thompson. Now Ann Patterson once again guarded closely by Sims. Snell on the jumper. Front iron, and Melinda Fife pulls down the rebound. Fife pushes to Sims, and now to Marshall. Sims now going to run the play, and I'm very patient in the early going here. Fife, with the jumper, no good. Marshall got the rebound, his shot was wild going up and goes in the hands of Ashley Harrison. Jessica Davis now handling the ball and back in the hands of Patterson. Good movement by the Trojans early on in this game. Davis guarded closely by Fife. Good pick right there. Thompson shot blocked by Leanne Moore. Good head fake there by Snell, but she just couldn't get away. Norristown very tenacious on defense in the early minute. Setting those screens once again off the screen from Davis. That jumper won't go, and into the hands of Tamisha Johnson. Fife tries to feed to Moore, just out of her hands. Fife pulls it back now and inside to Danielle Marshall. Marshall, turn around, won't go. Johnson gets a rebound, no good, in the hands of Kristen Thompson. Patterson will push. She'll feed Ashley Harrison, layup won't go. Harrison, a good save right there to Davis. She'll swing it to Patterson, and it goes. Ann Patterson, the first 2 points for the Trojans on the night. Good battle on the offensive boards right there. And we're at 2-all with 5:45 left in the first quarter. Fife not allowed to get inside. Moore on the drive. It's good.
Moore.
Great strong drive there by Leanne Moore. She gets her first two. Turning into a force in the Suburban 1 American League, Leanne Moore saw that she had an open lane right there, and she took it to the hole past two Trojan players. Off the pick, they find Snell wide open for three. That one is way short. And Ashley Harrison called a timeout on her way out of bounds. Referee John Holtz is going to give it to her right there. Good presence right there from Harrison as she got a timeout. She was falling out of bounds off of the rebound off of the air ball. Two referees tonight are John Holtz and Sandy Yost. Talked a little bit to both coaches before this game. Talked to Coach Richard Kirk from Wissahickon. His team is 13-4 on the year. Told me that his team should be 15-2, however. A team that has come out and played inconsistent in a couple of games, but still a 13-4 record. Good enough to be first place in their part of the division. Now back to action. Patterson feeds Snell inside, and she walks with the basketball. Norristown handling the picks very well in this first quarter so far. Able to play defense with the active Wissahickon Trojans. Little pick and roll inside, no good. Ball goes off a Wissahickon player. Good presence right there by Melinda Fife. You can hear her telling Leanne Moore, let it go out. And it did. Back in the hands of Norristown. Sims for three. It won't go. Tamisha Johnson pulls down the rebound. Shot will not count. The foul goes on Kristen Snell before the shot went up. First foul of the game for either team. Johnson's got to look to get the ball inside, and she calls a timeout. Good defense right there by Wissahickon. There's nobody getting open for the Lady Eagles. Just couldn't get the ball in bounds. So we've had two early 20-second timeouts called by both teams. Of course, the Lady Eagles 13-3 on the year. Disappointing game against the Abington Ghosts earlier this week. However, came off of that to beat Upper Moreland, as I talked about earlier. Defeating Upper Moreland in their gym by 10 points. Back to action once again. Good swing by Sims. She'll feed Marshall. Tried to go inside to Moore. And went off of her hands and going to Wissahickon. Sims got her hands around Ann Patterson, almost hugging her, trying to get the steal right there. Sims' first foul of the night, and the team first. The inbounds goes to Jessica Davis. Ashley Harrison now feeds it over to Kristen Thompson. Only perimeter passing right now. Norristown not allowing anything inside. Good defense to cut off the lanes to the pass into the paint, and it's just not finding it right now for Wissahickon. Good hard screens inside. This is one of the more physical games we've seen here at Norristown High School this year. Ball not touching the floor, and then Leanne Moore is going to get called for a reach-in foul. So Wissahickon wins the patience battle.
Foul Moore, her first, team second.
Ball not touching the floor at all. Wissahickon knows that they want to get the ball inside. They do not want to do anything real patient. They just want to move the ball and try and get that ball inside. The layup is good right there. Kristen Thompson, her first two of the night, on a good inbounds play, and we're at 4-4. Good hands right there by Catherine Snell. of a tie-up on the floor. The possession arrow is going to Wissahickon. Good hands right there from Snell. One of the things that we've seen teams not be real successful at, trying to deny that entry pass to Leanne Moore. We've seen Leanne Moore numerous amount of times this year turn around and stick that jumper from the foul line. Davis feeds the cutting Patterson. Good work by Wissahickon to get that ball inside to Ann Patterson. She has 4 tonight. Linda Fife on the penetration. Kind of forced it into the hands of Tamisha Johnson. That ball hit the line. A ball going back to Wissahickon. Norristown's got to try and cut down on their turnovers tonight. They have a very tough task in front of them. Good hands right there from Linda Fife. She beats everybody to the ball. Now she's 1-on-2 and she wisely pulls it back. Feeding Tamisha Johnson, strong down the lane. Tamisha Johnson, her first 2 of the night. Nice job by Fife. She saw that she was 1-on-2 and a nice job of running the center of the court from Tamisha Johnson. Pass going nowhere right there. The feed to Danielle Marshall. Her layup is good. So the Lady Eagles getting out and running in the last 30 seconds. Wissahickon very sloppy with the basketball, and now Norristown takes a 2-point lead. Harrison now feeds Jessica Davis inside to Patterson, and she is fouled. And Patterson has cut across that lane 3 times, and Norristown really had no answer trying to get it, prevent that pass from going inside. Danielle Marshall gets called for her first of the night.
Moore, her second.
No, I'm sorry, they're going to change that. That foul's on Leanne Moore, her second of the night. And now Tamara Halsey's going to check into the game for Leanne Moore. Tamara Halsey wearing number 11. She's a sophomore for Norristown. Norristown with a core of 6 players that Coach Roger Jackson will switch around. 2 of 2 for Ann Patterson. She has 6. She's the leading scorer in this basketball game. Sims for 3. It's good. Sasha Sims from behind the line. Her first points of the night. As Sasha Sims starts to warm up. Watch out. She's a dangerous shooter when she starts to get hot from the outside. The screen. Snell on the drive. Shot is way off. And now back the other way come the Lady Eagles. She'll feed to Halsey, and now over to Marshall. Marshall has nowhere to go and wisely feeds it to Fife. Over to Sims. Her shot is just a little off. That ball went off of Kristen Thompson's hands. And give Sasha Sims a lot of credit. She followed a shot right there, tried to get around Kristen Thompson, and Thompson did hear the footsteps. That ball going out of bounds off of her hands. Fife's jumper short, and now Ann Patterson with the ball. Harrison on the drive, and it's good. Or no, excuse me, they're going to call her for traveling. A debatable call. As the Wissahickon coaches are furious over on that far sideline. Make sure that they do not get a technical call on their bench. Ashley Harrison had a nice drive to the basket. Unfortunately, she took too many steps with it, and now Norristown with the ball. We're under a minute left in this first quarter. Sims on the floater, won't go. Johnson on the rebound, and she is fouled on her way up.
Foul Thompson, first, team second.
Foul's on Kristen Thompson, and now Tamisha Johnson to the line to shoot 2. Johnson's first one, no good. Norristown has been a pretty good free throw shooting team this year. Some struggles as of late, however. Johnson 1 of 2 from the line. Jessica Davis now with the ball. Ball not touching the floor for Wissahickon. Inside to Thompson, a wild shot, and Patterson catches it and brings it down once again. Harrison on the isolation, and it's good. Tamisha Johnson did not get over there in time. She couldn't move the feet in time to block Harrison on the way to the basket. And Ashley Harrison with her first 2 of the night. She'll go to the line to try and complete the 3-point play. Look for Wissahickon. They've called it about 3 times tonight. Try and get that isolation play to Harrison. Thompson may have pushed off, no foul. And now Johnson coming down with the rebound, and she was slapped on her way down. Now with 14.7, Norristown will hold for 1.
Foul Thompson, the second team third.
Very active game so far. No team extending the lead past 3 points. Now we're at 4 seconds, down to 3. Fife on the jumper, way off, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. So Norristown with a 12-10 lead. A little cautious for both teams so far in this first quarter. Both teams kind of feeling each other out, trying to make sure they know what the other team has, and this is really what we expected, a good, strong battle from both teams. Both teams with 13 wins and 2 teams that are competing for playoff spots and looking to make an impression down the road. Lady Eagles did have a 10-game win streak this year, and that was snapped on Saturday, of course, with the disappointing Abington loss. We don't want to dwell on that too much, but a 10-game winning streak is something that's very impressive.